Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the road to the playoffs here on Die Hard Football Podcast. And without further ado, let's take a look how each team that is left in the hunt for the playoffs can make their way to the playoffs. And it starts with the Saturday matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. For the Baltimore Ravens, they are already in the playoffs with the number one seed, the home field advantage, and the first round bye. They got all of the advantages they need to maybe make the Super Bowl. But for right now, the Steelers, who are their opponents and are on the road, have to win today to at least have a shot in the playoffs. They have to have Buffalo Bills to lose that game. And if the Pittsburgh Steelers do advance to the playoffs, they will most likely be the seventh seed. But they need the Jaguars to lose and the Bills to lose as well to get that seventh seed. We'll know one part of that equation in just a few seconds, or at least later on tonight, when the Colts take on the Houston Texans. Now, for this game, both teams have to win the game. The Colts have to win to make the playoffs, and the Texans have to win to make the playoffs. And if the Colts make the playoffs, they can win the AFC South with the win and the Jaguars loss. The Texans can make the playoffs with the win, but they can also win the AFC South with the win and the Jaguars loss. So no matter what, whoever wins is in the playoffs, but most likely they have to wait till Sunday to see if Jacksonville loses. Uh, Next, you have the Sunday matchups for the playoffs, the Buccaneers and the Panthers. Now, the Panthers are eliminated from playoff contention, but for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win to win the NFC South, all they got to do is win, 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 no matter what. Uh, so that's basically how they can win the NFC South and make the playoffs. Falcons and the Saints. Uh, the Falcons can make the playoffs and win the NFC South with a win, and Buccaneers lose. So for the Falcons, they just need a win and hope Tampa Bay loses. You also have the Vikings and the Lions. The Vikings can ultimately win uh, a playoff spot with a win and hope that the Saints, Packers, and Buccaneers lose. Uh, the Lions, however, can they're already in the playoffs, but they can get the 2 seed with a win and a loss by the Cowboys and Eagles. But if the Lions lose, um, they will get the 3 seed. Jaguars and the Titans. Titans are already eliminated from playoff contention, but the Jaguars, they still have a little bit of hope left. They can clinch the AFC South with a win. Don't think that might. Don't think that's possible, but they can get a playoff berth with a Steelers, Broncos, and Texans loss. 2 out of those 3 in that second scenario most likely will happen, but you never know. Bears and Packers. Bears eliminated from playoff contention. Packers still have a little bit of hope. Uh, Packers can clinch a playoff spot with a win. They're there's 6 teams, and we've gone over a few of them that do need a win in scenario. Seahawks and the Cardinals. Cardinals are way definitely out of the playoff contention. They've been out of the playoff contention for a while. But in this NFC West division, Seahawks hold all of the cards. Seahawks can clinch a playoff berth with a win and hope that the Packers lose. Cowboys are already in the playoffs. Commanders are not. They're eliminated. But the Cowboys are in, but they can get the NFC East with a win. As for the 49ers and the Rams, both teams are in the playoffs. It's just a matter of seeding for the Rams and 49ers. Just like the Ravens in the NFC, they get the first seed, first round bye, and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Eagles and the Giants. Giants are eliminated from the playoffs. So close yet so far, but the Eagles are in the playoffs. The Eagles can clinch the division with a win and hope Dallas loses. I don't see that happening. Dallas is going to win. I'm wrapping today. We go to our Sunday night football game. Bills and the Dolphins. Winner gets the AFC East. But for the Bills, they have to win and get in. I mean, it's all or nothing for Buffalo. As for the Miami Dolphins, they're already in the playoffs. But if they want the division, they have to win this game. That's it. Winner takes all, basically, in that Sunday night football matchup. So with that, that is the path to the playoffs, or the road to the playoffs. With that, I am Christopher Mabry. Thank you for watching this edition of the Die Hard Football Podcast. See you guys next time.